On today's show, Monster Hunter's performance is fixed by modders, the next Monster Hunter collab is finger looking good, and we rank the top 10 monsters in Monster Hunter Wilds. So don't forget your hot drinks as we ready up for this episode of the Palibros.
Meat!
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of the Palibros, a podcast where a group of friends come together to talk about anything and everything Monster Hunter. Of course, I am one of your hosts and the first to cart, Patrick Jovez. Alongside me, we have the hunting horn and elitist Max.
How's it going, everybody?
The mix set maniac Brian.
Good to see everyone.
And so tasty, Ryan.
I'm ready for the meat.
He's ready for the meat. All right, let's just go ahead and remind you that this is the Palibros podcast, where each and every episode we try to keep you up to date on the latest Monster Hunter news, play Monster Hunter trivia, and in general talk about one of our favorite franchises. So don't forget, you can get each and every episode on youtube.com/thepalibros, Spotify, and a variety of other podcast services for your listening pleasure. And if you like what we do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing this episode with friends, and hitting that bell icon to help support us and to know when each of the latest episodes are posted. But for now, let's go to the quest board to see what's going on in Monster Hunter news. Our first topic in Monster Hunter news is required viewing. This video is titled Monster Hunter Wilds PC Texture Mod Fixes Poor 8GB GPU Performance, which has been uploaded by Digital Foundry. The video's description reads, "We weren't particularly kind to the PC version of Monster Hunter Wilds at launch, and to be frank, not much has changed for the better in 8 months since. However, an RE framework mod has proven to deliver demonstrably superior performance and more consistent frame times for 8GB GPU users looking to use the more visually pleasing high texture preset. And remarkably, it involves using uncompressed assets." Alex has the story. For the full video, head on over to Digital Foundry's YouTube page, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share that video, and I will be posting the link in the YouTube description of this video below. But for now, have you guys checked out the video at all?
I have not had the chance to yet.
Okay. Ryan, you're not, Brian, you're
I
not?
did watch it. Yeah, it was really good. I was like, oh, they're doing a Monster Hunter video after the game's been out for so long?
Right.
I had to watch it. I was like, oh, we'll fix our problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys watched it too?
I skimmed over it because I had to put it in the thing, but, you know, it's a whole bunch of, like, PC stuff, so I'm just like, I'm gonna have Brian filter it out for me to tell me what's going on. Ryan?
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a PlayStation user, I didn't give it a shot, but if Digital Foundry says so, then yeah, I think that's a pretty good source. I mean, here's the other thing too. I'm a fan of like city builder games and whatnot, and City Skylines 2 was supposed to launch on consoles simultaneously and had such bad performance that literally PlayStation pulled it from the stores. Which, when's the last time that happened? Cyberpunk, you know what I mean? That's a pretty big deal to have your game pulled. So, they just announced that they're changing developers midway through the game. The game's already been released, but the post-release and the main and the technical stuff they're trying to iron out to get it on console, which seems impossible now, is been left to someone else. So it just feels similar, where it's like the whole community is like saying oh man, now we're just gonna have to mod this game into a good state, which is never a good sign. It's always kind of like a gut punch to see that kind of stuff. So I do like the idea that people who are really into the game sometimes are the best candidates for that, but they shouldn't have to.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
curious, Brian, if
Mhm.
your thoughts on watching the video, if any of these changes also mean better performance or people with higher than 8 GB cards with higher than 8 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was most interested in seeing the video, because it was very focused on mid-range hardware, like 4060 cards, things like
Mhm.
that, or lower. The quick answer to your question is not necessarily. If you already have more than 8 GB, then this issue wasn't necessarily going to be affecting you. If you had just run the game on high. And unfortunately, this mod doesn't actually impact the high-res texture mod add-on. It seems to be broken. It does decompress those files and damn near doubles the size, but it doesn't seem to actually load the high-res files. So I was a little bummed out to hear about that. But for the quick kind of summary as to what this does and how it works is that most consoles, like the PS5 in particular, have a hardware dedicated component to handle texture decompression. And that's why you get a lot of really fast loading, and it's kind of handled on this system and on chip. PCs don't really have that dedicated hardware, so there's been some kind of unique methods to go about doing that. One is using GPU, like a GPU accelerated decompression, and that is what most games have been trying to rely on the PC side to mimic the console. It's what Monster Hunter Wilds attempts to do, but it just isn't a very good solution right now across all games. So this mod effectively just uncompresses the file so that your GPU does not even have to do the decompression. It's just already ready to go. Takes up more space, but it does fix a lot of the kind of frame hitching and stuttering that playing the game on high textures would offer when you try with an 8 GB or less card. You kind of had to go back to medium with an 8 GB card in the past, and that really looked bad. So it's a good option. I'm glad they're offering it. It's a little silly that Capcom isn't doing it themselves, but the general consensus is that why would they invest the developer time to implement something like that? Because they've already got their money. They're better off kind of moving on to something else and building more content.
Well,
So
we also have to keep in mind that they kind of touted the next title update 4 to be the big patch update, right? Or like the big, kind of fix. So we don't necessarily know that they're not working on something like that. So, it remains to be seen. I believe title update 4 does come out December 16th, depending on whatever time zone you're in. So we could possibly see some sort of update that hopefully fixes performance. That is one of the bigger things that they are looking at, aside from creating more content for the game, like Gogmazios and more end game stuff. So, as for right now, everyone who is running a mid-range rig on PC or for Monster Hunter Wilds, this is great news for you guys. Go ahead and check out that video. Again, the link is going to be in the description below. The people at Digital Foundry, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, they do such amazing work, especially on all technical aspects of it. They do such good deep dives and stuff like that. So if you haven't already, if you somehow made it to the Palibros and haven't figured out who Digital Foundry is, that's ass backwards, but go ahead and give them the follow and the like. They do such good work over there. But moving on to our second story, KFC's new Monster Hunter Wilds collab to offer exclusive in-game items. This article is written by Charlotte Davis over there at essentialjapan.com. Pretty much the article goes over a KFC collab which centers around 4 special packs, which bundles KFC's original chicken, a biscuit, and small fries with different in-game items. Keep in mind this is Japan only. Some of the things hunters can look forward to in terms of special in-game items are the gourmet set in white, which includes a premium food set for campfire cooking and a Colonel Palico in-game. The spice up set red, which includes a hunting helper item set with consumables and armor spheres and a barrel Palico in-game charm. And for the full list of in-game goodies, limited edition stickers, and the chance to win one of 20 It's Finger Lickin' Wild collab hoodies, head on over to essentialjapan.com. The link will be in the description of this video below. Are you guys...
There's a gourmet gala joke in there somewhere.
There
you
is.
know what I mean?
Right. They completely missed the mark.
Yeah.
Man, you guys came
Come
back
on.
from Japan too soon. You guys could have tried it over
I was
there.
gonna say, as you're reading the story, I'm like, this has to be Japanese. Like,
Mhm.
this just feels like, the amount that Japanese people love KSC is somewhat baffling to me. But I also, I don't know, they love fast food in a way over there that's like slightly puzzling even to an American. But
It's the
I'm
13
sure it's gonna be
herbs and
great.
spices. Is that the number 13?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, this isn't the first Capcom collab with food or like fast food like in recent history. Like I believe like a week or two ago. Actually, I think it's going on now. Capcom is like their Street Fighter division is collabing with McDonald's, and I don't know if
my
you've seen
God.
it, but Maximilian Dude did a whole video of like there's like they redid sprites from Street Fighter 2. They did did a whole ass presentation using Street Fighter 2's sprites, and like they even have like influencer collabs, but basically like Ken is eating a cheeseburger and
It
there's like
sounds vaguely familiar. Maybe
Dude,
you've played this
it's-
for us or something.
it's crazy. It's so cool. And I actually just realized one of my boys is out there in Japan right now because I saw him post on his story. He got the Chun-Li like cheeseburger thigh thing. I don't know what's going on over there.
No.
And I was like,
Don't,
I
don't
immediately
let Patrick
knew.
know about it.
I DM'd him. I was like, "Are you in Japan right now, dude? Like, what the fuck is going on?" And so I think if he's still there, I might hit him up and say, "Hey, do you think you can ask one of the workers for a KFC just the box? Because I like the artwork and what's going on here."
I love the idea.
Yeah,
can you
he's-
bring me a burger back. Or like-
Yeah, can you bring me Chung Lee's thigh burger back for me for no particular reason in any
Yeah.
that's I don't know. There's also, again, if the gourmet gala KFC ship was missed, then there's also like a joke missed here where it's like there could have been a collaboration with Coca-Cola to just have their sprites like a sprite drink containers actually have sprites on them.
Right. Well, that sucks that this is limited to Japan only, but for our fellow hunters out there in the land of the rising sun, we hope that your chicken is so tasty.
Talking about missing jokes, jeez.
I know. Seriously. But of course, this is not the only collab that has been announced. Magic the Gathering's next big secret layer drop is Monster Hunter. This news comes from IGN.com and is written by Rebecca Valentine. Magic the Gathering is getting yet another big secret lair collab with a major video game series, and this time it's Monster Hunter. For the full article and what's coming in each pack, go ahead and give Rebecca over there at IGN the click. But you guys, I forgot to put it in the ROS today. It's actually Ryan who kind of threw it up in the Palibros text chat and reminded me. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I think it looks cool as hell. I was reading a lot of hate for it, but I think I literally texted you guys like, "Oh shit!" Like, I don't know. It looks cool.
Mm.
I agree. Valstrax, right?
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah. I mean, I was not like I didn't play a whole lot of Magic the Gathering when I was younger, but I loved seeing kind of the different card designs and just some of the collaborations they've done in the past, and have them, meet with Monster Hunter on this is pretty sweet. Love the art. Now, was the card actually good though?
I don't know.
That's enough about the game.
I think that's what people were complaining about is like their reprints. Like, because a lot of the times these cards are reprints of like cards that already exist, and they're just like reskinned
Mhm.
to be for whatever the collab is. And I don't know enough about Magic. I recently learned how to play for real, and that game is so hard.
There's a lot
First
going
off,
on, right?
There's no better way to feel bad about yourself than like face somebody who's been playing a game for like 30 years in a row. You know what I mean? Like that. Anyways, I was reading over some of the cards, and yeah, some of them like were pretty like intense. Like one of them is like you draw 2 cards, but you have to sacrifice one of your creatures. I'm like, that does not seem worth it, man. Like that's like a pretty heavy price to pay. So
Mhm.
I think maybe I don't know the exact cards that are being like kind of retooled here, or re-released with the Monster Hunter skins on them that like people are kind of like upset about. But yeah, just at a glance, like some of them are kind of brutal. Like I would not want to run a card that made me like destroy one of my own monsters just to like
You don't want to run a
creatures just
sacrifice
to
deck.
draw 2 cards. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
not worth it. So yeah, my impression is that like people are upset because like they could have picked better cards to re-release.
The thing is, Magic has been trying to get me into the game for a long time now. You know, they had a SpongeBob collab, they had a Spider-Man collab recently. Yeah, they have this fucking SpongeBob collab. It looks like they just took out pictures from the actual episodes and just kind of painted over them nicely. And I'm like, fuck, man, I kind of want to get that. You know, I think they had something else that I was really into, but I think right now they have in Avatar: The Last Airbender collab that's going on right now. And just so many things. And I'm just like, fucking shit. I really don't have the money for this anymore. You know, I stopped collecting 151, and I just, you know, re-downloaded the Pokemon
PCG Pocket.
Yeah, PCG Pocket. And I was just like, it's free. I can do this. I'll get my fix. And then fucking this comes out, and I'm just like, oh my god, I got.
You're like, more cards to buy.
I literally just came back from Disneyland, and I'm broke as hell. I'm like, I can't do
That's
this.
funny.
I am gonna be window shopping though. I'm gonna be looking over all of the card, you know, arts and stuff like that. I might make that into like a fun little Palibros side quest stream. Who knows? But yeah, is anyone thinking about picking up any Magic cards anytime soon, or some KFC chicken while they're at it?
I can go back for that KFC chicken and do it, but I'm probably not going to get the Magic the Gathering cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more so that you won't be able to, even if you want to. I mean, like, Pokemon has it the worst right now, but basically all TCGs are absolutely fucked right now, to the point where it's just like, unless you're willing to pay 2 to 3 to 4 times over MSRP, then like, don't bother, you know. And again, I really hate to say that, but it's true. Like, a lot of basically all TCGs right now are kind of ruined by scalpers. So the unfortunate reality is that you know, it's probably better, just like Pokemon, to buy the individual cards that you want if you do see a cool thing, you know.
Yeah. Gotta get those damn chase cards.
I found 6 booster packs in the wild the other day, and that's the first product at MSRP that I found in the last year for Pokemon. And that's the first product I've been able to buy in the last year. I mean, like, that's like, I refuse to buy off of scalpers. So, you know, that's, you know, it being principled in that regard isn't always fun, because it means I never get to actually enjoy the hobby, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I mean, with everyone with like the PS5 release with all the scalpers and shit like that, you know, I'm actually surprised that getting it. I'm actually surprised that we were able to get Switch 2s, or I was able to get a Switch 2. Like, so
that was pretty painless. That was my experience too.
Yeah, so that's pretty amazing that happened. But yeah. Of course, if you hear that sound, it means we are all readied up for the main event of the evening. Meat.
So tasty.
Fucking nailed it, guys. Good shit. Of course, the main event of the evening is the Palibros rank the top 10 monsters from Monster Hunter Wilds. Here's how it will work. We list all the large monsters that are currently in Monster Hunter Wilds except Gogmazios and Omega Planetus. Then we will each take turns striking a monster from the list until we get down to the top 10 monsters. If someone strikes a monster that someone else thinks should stay, there will be a quick debate as to why said monster should be kept or tossed, and the remaining voters will vote on the outcome. In the event of a tie, the person who wanted to vote the monster off picks a different monster to strike. In the interest of saving time, the second monster picked will automatically be removed from the list, so defenders, think carefully about what monsters you want to see in the top 10. From there, top 10 will follow the same guidelines, and we will nominate each monster we think should rank where, with 10 being the least favorite to 1 being the most favorite. Palibros, are you ready?
Let's
Ready.
do it.
Then let's begin with the official Palibros top 10 Monster Hunter Wilds ranked list. As of right now, there are a total of 32 large monsters, and we have to get everything down to 10. The order will go as follows: Max, Brian, Ryan, and then me. So Max, go ahead and take a look at the list and kind of just let us know what you're thinking around. And go ahead.
I'll give you my first one that I think should be cut.
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Go
right,
for
I'm
it.
gonna cut Rumpapolo.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
There's a. Are you sure?
I
I
mean, we
didn't
all
re-
have our reasons
okay.
for why we want things.
Well,
on the
why?
top 10.
Just real quick.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
quick why.
What's that?
Because it's whack.
Ah.
I mean, I don't really like. I don't love the design of it. It's very odd.
I think that's why I
and-
like it. But yeah, okay,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't particularly. There's nothing about it that's like. It has such a strange. I'm trying to think of how to put this.
it's too
Like
juicy.
Yeah, it's difficult being wrong.
the outline of the monster, like the silhouette, like the shape of it, seems so fluid and viscous, and it doesn't.
Mhm.
It's off-putting, and maybe that's appealing to some people, but I don't really like it. I don't really like any of the gear that it makes. Its attacks aren't like incredibly memorable to me. It's not
Okay.
like a super fun fight. On top
That's-
of
okay.
being a design that I don't particularly like.
I'll give you that. It's not like the best fight. You know what? I don't want to use my goddamn like one. So I'm down with striking that. We're all good with that?
It won't make it to the top
Wait.
10.
You only get one?
No. We don't get one, but I don't want to sacrifice a potential other monster that I
Mm.
like more.
Mhm.
But I do like the Rumpapolo. But yeah, I'm down to strike that.
I'm not saying that like I think it's the worst monster in the game. I'm just thinking it's not in my top 10.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a good
Okay.
one. All right, Brian.
I think this one's pretty easy for me. I just don't think. I mean, it's a cool idea, but I don't think it's gonna be all that amazing. Hirabami,
Yeah,
kind of just like serpent
That was
floating thing.
that was my next pick.
Yeah, I think it's an easy.
I was
pick. Like, it's
confused when the
cool,
initial trailer came out. I thought it was like that one. It looks very similar from Rise, except for it's like in the water. Do you know what I'm talking about? It kind of has like that sweeping move. It also does like a flash. It looks very similar. It's purple and gold.
The Gypseros.
No, you son of a bitch. It's okay. It's all right. I'll figure it out later. But Ryan, go ahead and pick your monster to strike from the list.
This one's a little personal, so I gotta put it off the list as quickly as possible.
What is he gonna pick?
I'm gonna go Balahara, and
Oh,
I
okay,
say it's
yeah.
I say it's personal because I really wanted the freaking like the low rank waistcoat
Hmm.
to give me evasion early on in the game, and I just hated doing the mission where I had to kill like because I feel like generally I haven't had issues with stuff dropping that I want, but for some reason I just could not get that freaking last piece of the waistcoat for the Balahara, and I was just like, I hate this thing, dude.
Made it
I don't
personal.
know. Anytime you have to like grind a fight you don't really particularly enjoy, it's gonna leave a lasting impression. I would say for the most part the grind in this game is very minimal, almost too minimal.
Yeah.
But this feels like, you know, like what are we doing? Like, I don't know. It was a piece of early game content that I really wanted and like had to jump hoops through, and I was like, oh, maybe this game is kind of grindy, and then like I never had a problem with any other like monster grinding out their parts. So who
I
knows?
also like I kind of like the design of Balahara, but I feel like it under delivers in that like your introduction to the game and the tutorial is like,
Yeah.
oh my god, there's a whole horde of them and you're running away from them and they're this big threat,
Yeah.
and then it's like that never happens ever
I
again.
think the horde thing was
It was underutilized. Like it's pretty much
Or
only the
overstated for sure.
It's only the Doshiguma or like
yeah.
Hirabami kind of,
Mhm.
or the Balahara, but there's really never that many, and it's never.
Could you imagine a
much of
pack
an
of
issue.
Jindahad? Just like what the fuck?
They do the horde with one other monster we really like though. At the end of the game.
Oh, this
That
is
one was
a
actually
Monster
kinda
Hunter
fun.
mastery question. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm good with striking that one. I think you guys are right. Balahara is is a cool design, but the implementation of it leaves a lot to be desired.
The armor's really cool too.
Yeah. So I'm kind of looking at the list here, and I'm seeing a lot of like. I decided to add like Guardian versions of things. So I'm thinking, should I just do that? But I'm also seeing 3 kind of monkey types in like Ajarakan, Blaganga, and Kangalala. So I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of up for striking like duplicates of things. I think I'm good. I am gonna go with like Guardian versions of stuff though. So or just like regular versions of. I'd rather fight the Guardian version, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the Doshiguma. And I believe we're back to Max.
All right, I am going to strike out the Chemotrice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was that also one of your
No,
potential top 10
I mean,
or something?
it's not the greatest. It is different, but it does
I like
it has one of my favorite cutscenes in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I would say its redeeming quality is that it gave us the freaking like why don't they just drop the meat? Why don't they just drop the meat?
Yeah, yeah.
So good.
But other than that, yeah, I think the monster won't hold up in top 10 either.
Look, Pat, we're not eliminating Alma or the Palicos.
You better
know, so-
fucking not.
Yeah,
You
I'm just
guys are
saying,
gonna
you
find
know,
a
the
new
real
bunch
stars
of
are still
Palibros.
intact. Yeah,
All right, Brian.
sacrilege.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Laganga. I feel like it's okay. I like Kangalala a little bit more. I had to pick between the apes.
Yeah.
Easy
That
pick.
big
I think to
red
strike.
booty.
Booty.
All right, striking Blaganga. Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting all the low hanging fruit out of the way. You
Yeah,
know?
this is the easy part.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go similar. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Yinkatku. Actually, I know there's some other low hanging fruit, but I don't know. It's a classic
Brian.
monster, but I know you got the plushie, but it's a monster that we've seen so many times over the years that it's like I'm not sick of it. I don't know. I think the fight is okay.
I think the newer Monster Hunter crowd would agree with you. I think because when they first fought the Yonkaku, they were like, "Fuck this monster!" I'm like, "Dude, y'all don't even know. Like, what if they put the Yongaruga in there? Y'all would have been pissed off." Without
No, I just mean that like you know
Yeah.
he's
a jobber.
He's an old friend, but he's always like that, you know, that kind of that mid-level monster and I don't know if we're talking best monsters of wilds, it's like it just doesn't cut it for me.
Yeah. All right. I think I am gonna keep going with kind of my, I guess, string of just getting dupes out the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out Arkveld proper, since there is a Guardian Arkveld still in there.
Isn't Guardian Arkfeld like the story version, and Arkfeld is like the actual full fight?
That's to my knowledge.
Is
how
that
works,
what it is?
yeah.
Okay, then we're keeping Arkveld,
So give it a Guardian. I like that.
and yeah.
It's your choice.
No,
What do you want?
whatever the funner fight. I don't pay attention. I don't read. I'm just like whatever the funner fight is. So we'll kick out Guardian Arkfeld, and I believe we're back to Max.
I'm gonna kick out Chadacabra. Somebody has to do it.
God, I wanted to make him top 15.
I mean, we're not ranking any of these.
I know, but like,
I will say that I like Chadacabra because it's like literally a punching bag. That if you're trying to like do some like DPS checks or like
right.
flex
Take
how
out
much
your
damage
anger
you
or
can
something.
do, like Chadacabra is just like a perfect.
He is the
perfect
test
target
dummy. I do some Chadacabra stuff whenever I'm trying out a new weapon. So yeah, Chadacabra, that is struck from the list, even though he gives the best tongue baths. Brian.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think I'm safe to say let's get rid of Gypstros, the chicken. I don't think it's going to make
Gypsaros.
it into a big old list.
Taking out the twerking Gypsaros. Where is that at on my list? Did I already take it out? Nope. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see where we're at. Or Ryan, go ahead real quick.
I'm gonna go Congalala. It's similar to Blaganga, where it's similar to Yunkaku in my mind. It's just, yeah, it's a fight you do. It's like part of the introductory kind of part of the game, right? Everyone goes through it. It's a famous monster, but just kind of over it. You know.
Okay. Yeah, we are at 21 currently. So we have 11 more to strike from the list. Let's see what we have. We got a Jerkin, Arkveld, Guardian Doshiguma, that motherfucking Gravios. I have a bone to pick with Gravios, but that's from Freedom Unite. Or wait, I think that was 3 Ultimate actually. Let's see. Lalabarina is really cool looking, but there is an Ursula. Damn. How do I feel about Uthduna? You know what? There's a Raytheon on here. I don't think Raytheon's going to be top 10. Is that my last? Yep. No, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with striking Raytheon.
Interesting choice. I feel like there might be some other easier strikes, but okay. I mean, yeah, I would agree. I don't think it's going to make top 10. She's cool, though.
It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, we've seen Raytheon a bunch of times, you know? And it's like, we don't really necessarily... If I want to play another Raytheon fight, I'll play another Monster Hunter. I don't think it does anything special. So down to 20. Max?
I don't know if this is controversial, but since we have both forms on here, I might go for normal Rathalos.
Mm-hmm.
Since we also have Guardian Rathalos on here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been too long since I fought normal Rathalos, but I feel like Guardian Rathalos, I don't recall the fights being drastically different in terms of, like, why would you fight the normal one unless... I mean, the Guardian Rathalos is Rathalos with extra explosions, so...
Okay.
That would be my vote.
I'm down with striking Rathalos. Any objections?
Nope.
All right. Brian?
Guardian Doshiguma. I mean, you got some more. It's the first kind of explosive Guardian, but I don't really see it being all that special, personally.
Of course, that was the first Monster Hunter, what was it? What was that segment that we do once, like every fucking year?
Where it's like you have to
Monster Hunter
all our weapons.
Yeah, whatever. That thing.
Randomizer or whatever?
Yep. Yeah, roguelike.
Roguelike.
I mean, I guess
remember our own stuff.
I mean, I guess it's good that we have gotten this far in the Palibros podcast where we're like, what the hell did we do like a long time ago? That's a good sign, right? So, Guardian Doshigumi, get him out of there. Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gravios.
Yeah, no,
do I sense an objection?
No.
I'm not gonna object, but I do like this version of Gravios a lot.
Yeah, he's fun, but like, you know, if we're talking top 10, I think he falls like upper middle. I would give him like a B-, you know, C+ kind of thing.
I mean, he made top 20.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
I think everything that's like an established monster is going to get like kind of just a negative nod on this. Not to say that they're unfun or they're not good. It's just like,
I think we're having top 10 in mind, right? Like,
yeah,
top 10 has to be like bangers of like Monster Hunter Wilds. So I think, yeah. Who's it? Is it me? Yeah, I think it's me, right? Okay. Let's see. There isn't a Jerkin still. I think that is the funner of the 3 monkeys, which we already struck. Arkveld, Gormagala, Jindahad. No, not Mizutsune. I'm seeing two of something similar here. And I am I don't know if this is too early with some other things. I am looking at Zhu as opposed to New
Ooh.
Udra. But I think Zhu can stay on for a little bit longer. I think Guardian Rathalos. I think that when I'm looking at the rest of this, yeah, I'm thinking Guardian Rathalos. I'd rather fight the Guardian Odogaron or Fulgur Anjanath. Any objections?
That's tough. Like Rathalos kind of has to make it in
Does
my
it?
opinion, in the top 10. That's like classic.
I mean, if it does it, you know. Remember when we did the top 10 monsters from monster that list, and it was like, okay, it's gonna be it's gonna be 10 because it's in there.
Yeah.
Does it have to be?
I mean, Rathalos.
I mean,
Instead
if
of a
you're
Jarkan?
objecting, I can strike
maybe-
another monster.
I mean, maybe here. Let me ask you this, Patrick. Is this top 10 monsters in this game as a whole, or are we like kind of more focusing on the wilds aspect? Because for me,
I think
think
it's
wilds.
whoever is
Mhm.
it's in the eye of the beholder.
There's 4
Gotcha.
beholders.
So yeah.
I'll put the objection in. I'll leave it to the vote.
Okay. That's our first objection. Guardian Rathalos stays. I wish there was a Zenogre in here.
Oh, don't we have to vote? Don't we have to vote it though?
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Should it
So-
stay? The other
should-
2, where should it go?
Yeah. Everyone,
I'm gonna agree with Pat here and say that it goes.
Max.
I vote stay.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, so
All
I pick
right.
a second one.
So I do have to pick a second one, and there is no going back on this. I am gonna go. God damn it! All right, fine. A Jerrican. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair, Brian.
This is cool, I guess, if you're into
Yeah.
shitty situations and bad ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like it.
All right, go ahead and start us back up, Max.
Starting to get harder. And I'm gonna preface this by saying that I have not done the arch-tempered version of this. So I'm gonna say Uthuna.
I'm okay with that. I think of all of the Apex,
Yeah,
it's kind of the weakest one. Floppy.
I
I don't know how improved the arch-tempered version was, but I don't particularly love the fight itself or the design or the armor, or like there's a kind of neat big attack where it does the free willy splash and then the wave comes at you, but I don't know, it does not.
Yeah. See, I'm still thinking that there's still two, or are they cephalopods, like fucking octopus monsters. And I'm just like, I don't think we need two in there.
We do not.
I mean, we don't necessarily. That could be your next vote.
Yeah.
also don't need something else.
But I also am not the biggest fan of Uthduna. It is just a giant blob. I
Yeah.
feel like if I had my way, I would probably have not put in the Uthduna and would have kept like a Zamtrios to fill that like fat monster spot.
Oh yeah, it does expand.
You know.
I mean, I personally feel like Namiel is just better of Duna.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
that's true.
I'd rather bring that back.
But we don't have that in here.
I know
Right.
they wanted it to be like a new
Yeah.
monster.
And I don't know, was I the only one here to do the tempered Uthduna? Because that was, I think.
No,
uh,
Oh, Uthduna? Oh.
yeah. All right. I think I'm good.
No issue for me.
I think we're
Um,
what, at 15?
Are you closer?
We're getting closer.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brian.
I have two. I'm also in this mindset that there's another, besides the cephalopod octopus style monsters, we have two of where I don't think we need both. There's also two other types of monsters that I think we don't need both of, but I feel like that one's a little bit harder to pick. So I'm going to stick with what you started, Pat. I'm going to say between New Udra and Zhu, I think New Udra is cooler. So I'm going to say let's strike Zhu from the list.
I am in agree. Anyone else?
I'm gonna object to that actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, why?
Why?
because as much as I've fought New Udra a bazillion times, and it feels great to shoot at this fucker with a bow. You just pierce the shit out of him. He's just like a giant punching bag. But there's something like terrifying about Zhu. I think it's like one of the biggest surprises of the entire game. Like there were so many like designs in the trailers and stuff, but we never fucking saw Zhu. And I remember all of us, when we first saw it for the first time ever, we were like, what the fuck is that? What is this weird alien out of a spaceship type fucking monster that we have to deal with right now? I am terrified. And it was slithery and just like, it almost felt like like something from The Thing, or like some sort of symbiote or some sort of like thing that like shocks you and like transforms and slips into the air ducts or something. I mean, it just had this like air to it that I think stands out to me a lot after so much time with the game. And even though we don't fight it very much anymore, especially because there's no like master version, I think it might be my favorite like mid-level fight. You know, I know it's not up with the Apex and some of the other like, you know, title monsters and whatnot, but it's just like the speed, especially as a greatsword user, that was like a skill check for me in the game. Like,
Okay.
you can't just like be lazy about your guarding. You actually have to pay attention, because he will come over and just absolutely close the gap so quick.
I will say, in defense of Zhu, even though I did think about striking it, it does have a particularly different moveset from the new Udra. It has a lot more, like if anyone here or out there listening is familiar with Nightmare from Devil May Cry, the first Devil May Cry, you know, it's that saber-toothed tiger that kind of is very malleable and then turns into like quick strikes and like very sharp like daggers and stuff like that. It has that same kind of like pierce move. It might even be the same like data since it's Capcom and stuff like that, but it does have a very distinct kind of move set as opposed to, I mean, distinct from the new Udra. So yeah, they are both like cephalopods, but they are different in terms of the fight.
That's my main argument for sure. It's just that like New Udra kind of feels like Uthduna a little bit, big squishy floppy boy, and it's kind of easy to telegraph his things, but
yeah,
Zhu scared the shit out of me and still kind of does.
Okay. We guys ready to put it up to a vote?
Yeah.
All right. So there's one for each. Max?
I'm gonna vote leave.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't put my answer in, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Next. Yeah.
I was gonna vote to eject it from the.
Yeah, keep
list.
it ejected. Yeah. I said yes to the vote, Patrick. Sorry, not my answer. Yes to Ryan's objection. Ryan, you had a really good point. I think as someone who loves kind of horror designs and that sheer scare factor, it is a really cool design. But I just don't think it was ever really as lethal to me in fighting it. It felt just kind of like, whereas New Udra, New Udra, just like fighting the Arch-Tempered version with y'all just recently, and
that's
how
a
cool
fucking
that fight
fight.
was, and how we had to completely redo our like armor set just to fight it. I was like, that kind of sealed it. And it's a flaming octopus.
Yeah.
Like, it was hard. So I'm also going to reject the objection and say, let's shoot Zhu out.
And I am also going to say we are going to strike Zhu from the list. I gave it its
Also,
flowers.
yes.
I think it is a cool monster. It is distinct, but we have to cut this thing.
Also, I realized I shouldn't have even had an opinion because I was the original person.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's 1-1, right?
Ryan, what? Yeah, sorry. I just had to. I really like Ryan's point. I think he delivered a really good argument.
You did sway me though for a bit. I was like, oh shit,
that's right.
But
ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, give me round two. Give me round two.
I believe it's Ryan next, right?
Yeah. So, you know, kind of elephant in the room. We're getting to the point where it's like there's two of certain types of monsters, and so you know this was like going to be my pick as we were kind of coming down this list. But I'm going to have to say Nursilla.
over Lollabarina.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay
Yeah,
with that.
I think Nurscilla's fight is more interesting technically, but it's a fight that we've already done, and
But the
I think the
cutscene.
design, of the Lollabarina is supreme, dude. It is like probably one of the best, well thought out monsters I think in Wilds. And its armor sets is really cool, especially if you're a fashion hunter. And it just like I don't know, it's one of the very few monsters in the game that has like stun capabilities. So I think Lala gets the nod over Nurscilla.
As someone who hunts both and have used both armor sets and weapon sets, I hate that you're making me choose my children. But you do make a really good point. Lollabarina is more visually interesting, as well as the fight when you see like the little rose petals like dropping from the sky. I think it is visually appealing. It's new, even though it is some sort of like arachnid monster. So I think when I was looking at the list, I was like, oh, I'm gonna strike Lollabarina over Nurscilla. But I think in terms of this top 10 for Monster Hunter Wilds, I think I do agree. So no objection here. We're good with that? All right, let's strike Nurscilla from the list. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Arkveld, Gormagala. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3.
I was just about to
4,
ask.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 3 left before we assemble the ranking for top 10. So we have an Arkveld, Gormagala, Guardian Ebony, Odogaron, Guardian Fulgur, Anjanath, Jindahad, Lagiacrys, Lollabarina, Mizutsune, New Udra, Guardian Rathalos, Raydal, Steve, aka Seregios, and Zoshia. There are 2 that I am looking at that technically aren't. Well, they didn't first appear in this game.
Yeah.
They were both from World.
I am in your same mindset. I think we can strike those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are fun though, and when they do pop up, I'm like, oh man,
That's cool.
makes me think of a better time. No. But because I love one more than the other, I am going to strike Guardian Fulgur Anjanath.
I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
We good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. That is being struck from
That's
the
tough.
list.
Yeah, I mean we're at that point now, though. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have
We'll figure it
12
out.
left. Who do we leave off on?
Max.
It's my pick.
All right.
So I'm gonna come through the hot take here.
Okay.
I am going to vote to strike out Jindahad.
oh,
Over
Guardian.
over Guardian. Yeah.
Guardian Odogaron.
I tend to like faster, more aggressive fights.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And outside of the spectacle of Jindahad and like the first time it does the big ice attack,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like
It's just a
an
giant
incredibly
sponge now.
it's not an incredibly fun fight to redo or
Mhm.
farm, or like it has a couple of threatening attacks, but otherwise it's like a sponge that you follow through 3 areas, and it's not like it's a cool fight. It's a cool design. I love the armor, but it's not like incredibly fun to me. Like I like all
Oh.
fighting all the
Well, looks like
monsters
we lost
more.
Ryan. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let me switch this real quick. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like we lost Ryan for a sec.
He's carded.
Oh,
He's
nope.
back.
There he
Oh,
is.
he
been
carded.
revived.
Yep. He's back
Falco's
from
brought him
carding.
He was so
I'm back.
shocked about my hot take.
I
He
had to
said,
leave.
fuck this.
I was fuming.
I
I can't hear this. And
Yeah, this is the worst take I've ever heard, and I will not stand
Yeah.
for it.
I actually agree. I agree with every single thing that Max actually just said.
I didn't consider it, but you're right. Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna make me leave again.
It's a cool
Just-
it's a cool design. It is a really cool design, but we have been factoring in the hunt itself as part of our criteria. And I know we can pick it the criteria can be whatever we want.
Mhm.
But I've been leaning on that too. And you're right, it's just you attack it. But it had some fun moments.
I mean,
Like,
I'm
we all
thinking
get
of-
carded by the
Yeah.
supernova.
I mean, I didn't, but you fuckers
that's true.
it led me to that trap. I was thinking, like the way I kind of think about it is there are two giant like fight. You know, we don't have like a Duran Moran or anything like huge like that in this game. But of the two bigger fights, we have the Zoshia and we have the Jindahad. And personally, if I was going to pick of the two, I would pick the Zoshia fight over. And so that's kind of my thought process between that. I'm good with striking that. That's actually one of the next ones I was thinking of as well.
Do you even counter that, Ryan, knowing that we'll just
yeah, I mean, right now it's, I think right now it's 3-1. But
okay, well then I'm gonna defend it because apparently these are just ceremonial, and I have to give it its flowers because y'all are idiots. So here's why you're wrong. Yeah, definitely disagree. I think for me, it's like both with this and the Zhu, it's about like what are the things that I remember from this game? You know what I mean? Like, and I hadn't died until the freaking Jindahad fight. And to me, that's extremely like extreme brownie points. Like we were all complaining how easy the game was, and like we're all like saying like la 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 la, and Jindahad kicked my ass. I like hands down, just like totally caught me off guard. Even the Zhu, who scared the crap out of me, were able to beat it and triumph, which, you know, both times felt great. But just that ice attack is just a totally formative moment in the same way that seeing the Zhu was, you know. So I just think that the Jindahad design is so cool. You know, it's extremely like kind of brings back that Eldritch design that some of the previous installments have had. And it just looks incredible, and it's so memorable to fight this thing and just get absolutely one-shotted by it because you're not expecting it. The game's been pretty easy up until that point, and so for that, I think this is total bullshit. You're wrong.
I quit. All right.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about best monsters, so it's like, well, what are the monsters that give you like you know, those memories, you know? So to me, this is absolutely that. Falls into that category.
Well, that was beautifully put. Let's put it to a vote. All in favor of removing Jindahad? Aye.
Ryan's leaving. He's like, fuck him out.
I respect your opinion, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
But fuck you.
If I'm looking at all these monsters on the quest,
Sure feels that way.
which investigation do I want to do? Like, I'm never picking Jindahad. Like, if you record my face during each one of these fights of these other monsters, it's like I'm like, whoa, because I'm dodging all this stuff, and then Jindahad is like, I sleep.
Like,
until the ice attack, and then it's like, oh, where's the boulder?
Yeah, I would argue
it's a strong memory, but like the repeat fights, it does not hold up for me.
Yeah, and while I do really like your argument of like a fight that causes you to card for the first time is very memorable, I just would rather have that card be from a skill, like a skill check, or not like a damage check, but like a skill check. Like, wow, I need to be better at this game. That's
kind of like the Zhu. Kind of like the Zhu.
I never died against Zhu.
I mean, that sounds like a you problem now, right?
Yeah, bro. Like that fight was also not bad. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like a move that just 100% kills you because you didn't follow, like, you know, some, you know, trick or something like that, to me is a cheaper death than something that actually, like, I need to memorize the moveset better. Right. I need to be.
I felt like that was a cheap gotcha, because that was my first death as well, and like it doesn't give you the tooltip. It didn't give me the tooltip until after I died, and I was like, hey, maybe you should try taking cover behind this ice thing that you can pull down. And I was like, oh, that would have been good to know 10 seconds ago.
I mean, as someone who didn't die when that happened, I don't have that memory. I do have the memory of you guys being super quiet though, and I turned it into a short that I can relive for the rest of my life. So I do agree with the sentiment there. Like, it is a good memory, but unfortunately we have to get down to the top 10 as well, and you know, them's the breaks. So
I'm going to this top 10 with a chip on my shoulder, so.
I mean, I knew someone's gonna be mad. All right, we got 11 left, so one more to strike until we get to top 10, and I believe we gave the power to Ryan. Like after that,
it's Brian.
Oh, is it Brian? It was. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Max,
there we go.
Max. That was Max, right? You struck him
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
We just immediately
I'm-
jumped on though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Guardian Ebony of Dogoran.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude.
yeah.
Oh my god. Having
It's a
one less pick feels bad right now. Holy
I
hell.
know. Yeah. Because that's hard, but still, yeah. Now the rest are.
I mean, we technically
hard.
still don't know if that is going to get struck. We have an objection, it seems. Ryan?
What's the point?
You're like.
I mean, we don't know how Max feels. There are other things on this
Yeah.
list.
I'm gonna put forth my objection as well.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So
Whose objection takes priority though? Because then the other person gets to vote. I guess it doesn't really matter because you guys both vote to keep it. Well, Ryan, did you object originally for a
yeah,
run?
Ryan objected initially. It doesn't matter who objects as
Yeah, at
long
the
as
end of the day,
it's
doesn't-
2v2. So then, well, I don't even know. I was
do you
thinking.
think? Yeah.
So if we do strike Odogaron now, that means it's 2v2, and then you get to pick another one. That means
Yeah,
either
I'll take-
Arkveld, Gormagala, Legaia-Chris, Lalabrina, Mizutsune, New Udra, Guardian Rathalos, Raydao, Steve, or Zoshia has to get sacrificed as well.
Yeah, those are all
Would
really fucking
Would
good.
I rather keep any of those over Ebony? I mean, I love the Odogaron, though. That was my favorite monster
cool.
from
It's a
Monster
cool
Hunter
monster.
Wilds.
Yeah,
World. And I do like
Same.
this fight. But is it better than any of the other 10? I'm I'm looking at Guardian Rathalos, but there's no guarantee that you're not going to strike that for something else. You know?
yeah.
Because I know what I would strike.
I know what
But
I would strike.
But I don't know what Brian is going to strike.
Exactly.
So I guess is the
I'm
second-
looking at it right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
It's a kiss from the rose on the grave, but I don't know if he will go that way either.
yeah.
so
you
I
gotta choose.
I think, I mean, it's going to be. Wait, which one do I have to choose? If I go for striking? Oh, if I go against striking, then
Then
you
it's
still,
a tie.
Then it's tie.
And I pick a second. What if you agree though? If you say, yeah, I'm opposing the strike as well.
then you.
what-
Oh, I guess
do
I
I
didn't.
also pick a second. So we just
No.
pick a second no matter what.
I think you lose a turn then.
Okay, and skip. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
All right. It's 2v2.
What do you think? You gonna agree with them, or are you gonna join my side?
Are you gonna betray me or is
Fuck, man.
our friendship over or are we
I think I'm gonna strike it. So it's
You're gonna agree
2-4-2
to strike
against,
it,
right?
So it's 2-4-2 against. I have to pick something else.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's hard, guys.
Oh shit! Did I just fuck myself? Because if
That's
we,
really hard.
if I voted it to stay, then it would stay, and then you have.
And I skip. Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
want
then
me?
you
Do
get
you want to
skip.
keep it? You can do that, and you can change it. Do you want it to stay? So it's 3 against 1.
Yeah, I'll keep it to
Okay.
stay.
Okay, then it's.
There's something
moved
else on there I
to-
want to take out, but then let's
Okay.
move on to Ryan.
To Ryan, go for it.
how the turntables have turned to learn themselves?
He couldn't wait for this
know,
moment.
I pick the Raid out because fuck all of you. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I was gonna say. Oh,
no,
I'm
just
sorry.
kidding.
What?
No. Yeah, this is hard. Well, I know what I would cut, but well, it's actually there's 3 things on my radar right now. Actually,
Oh wow,
Ooh.
that's
Mm.
impressive.
I think that's
Okay.
more than most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one that's just
I-
sticking right out to me.
yeah. To be honest, the 3 that I'm leaning between are New Udra, Guardian Rathalos, and Seregios. To me, Seregios is like new enough that it's like I don't have a lot of memories with it. I didn't play it in previous ones, so it's like it's interesting, but it's like not like iconic for me, especially for Wilds, especially because it was a later edition. Rathalos, I get the understanding of like it just being like it's Rathalos, you gotta. And then New Udra, again, I would have cut this before anyways.
That's crazy to me. But
I'm not saying New Udra's bad. I'm just saying that like.
But you're saying you hate me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate.
Ooh, I found the pressure point. Ooh. No, you know what? I'm not gonna be vindictive or anything about it. I'm actually gonna put up Seregios.
I don't like that.
I don't agree.
I don't agree with that. I think
I agree
it's
with
the
one of your choices. I
monster.
don't agree with that one.
Steve stays,
I
brother.
think Steve stays.
Stays
well.
in top 10. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I'm countering. I say it's the one monster with an actual like nickname that's the community knows. I do hear your point. You don't have a lot of experience with the fight. I think the rest of us do. So there's a little bit more nostalgia and memory there. Because it was from one of our favorite games. It was from 4 Ultimate, right?
Yeah, I think that's the one we all collectively sank the most into.
Yeah. So it holds a special place in my heart. It's a very.
We're weighing nostalgia and memory now, huh? So strange. That's all of a sudden important.
Well,
to everybody.
okay. To put it in my kind of point of view, between the Guardian Rathalos and Seregios, I think the Seregios is a funner Guardian Rathalos fight to me. They're both
that's
like
a good point.
flying wyverns, but I think. Well, I could reach the Seregios. I can't reach the fucking Guardian Rathalos without a goddamn, flash bomb.
I mean,
so
I play bow as my secondary, so I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always been a Raytheon over a Rathalos guy anyways. I know that's fucking crazy.
Oh.
Just because Guardians of the Sky, I'm just up here just like fucking swinging at fucking nothing. Like, okay, I need something to be on the floor. But that's just my shortcoming.
Toenails with my longsword.
Right. But I actually do enjoy this Seregios fight a lot more than the Guardian Rathalos because there's more chances to like perfect guard, and also I think the actual what is it called here, the armor set, which I still need to make the entire thing of. I think it has some good stats. I like the evasion frame boost that they want. I believe it ups the damage if you do a perfect evade, and if you just gem in evade window and stuff like that, you could do crazy DPS. So, and it looks fucking cool. So I think, Rathalos armor always looks cool. I am wearing that anyways, but I would rather keep Seregios and take out Guardian Rathalos. That would be my thing. But so
I said my piece. Yeah. I put Seregios on notice. So up to y'all to.
It's up to Max if he wants to tie Max the vote, or for you.
I'm gonna vote to keep Seregios.
Okay. I think that's
Ryan. You have to pick another monster. Then. Yep. Right? No. You just skipped your turn, right?
Because it skips his turn. It's a unanimous.
Is this just gonna keep going until?
Yeah. See, what if it just keeps skipping?
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Like, I know what my choice. I have one choice on here that I would cut.
So if it's up to me next, I am gonna go for Guardian Rathalos. It was either that or Lullabarina, but I think Lullabarina has the, distinctness of wilds. Like, you won't get Lullabarina anywhere else. Again, Rathalos is the fucking main character of it's in Smash Brothers, for God's sake. So it's like it's Rathalos. We know it, we love it. It doesn't have, for me, I don't believe the argument of, but it's the main character, like it should be part of a top 10. Like, I just don't wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. So Guardian Rathalos for me is the one I would strike, especially looking at the rest of these. Yeah. I
don't
love that it's not in the top 10, but given what we have left, I'm willing to put it in 11th.
For me, I would probably want to strike New Udra, but between Guardian Rathalos and New Udra, like, I would probably have Guardian Rathalos at like 10 and then New Udra at 11, so I'm okay with
the swapping, those two.
Okay.
It's close enough that I'm not going to fight it. For me,
it sounds like we're
okay
Ryan.
with that.
Are we good with striking Rathalos? That was one of your three.
Maybe.
I mean, you got to go to bed soon, so it's up to you.
What will you give me? Yeah, fair enough. What will you give me? A bedtime? A good bedtime? All right, fine. Yeah, Rathalos. I agree.
All right.
He's overstayed his welcome. That son of a bitch.
Okay, the official top 10 in no particular order, as decreed by the Palibros, is the Arkveld, the Gormagala, Guardian Ebony Ydogoron, that shit made it, huh? Lagiacrus, Lalabarina, Mizitsune, New Udra, Raydao, Sir Regios, aka Steve, and the Zoshia. How are we feeling about this top 10? We got down from 32 minus Gogmazios and Omega. I think this is pretty solid.
I feel like it's gonna get cutthroat here in a second.
It is gonna get cutthroat,
their favorites.
and I think it's good that you're gonna go night before that, because I don't know how long this might last.
It's true.
I mean, are you good with your last season?
I'm okay for a little bit longer, but yeah, I can't go on 10 years.
Okay. Everyone look at the list. And I guess here's the way I kind of think about it is there is a monster that I think can go above everything else. And then my kind of thought process is like from there, like what's relative, you know? Like I don't see a clear 1, 2, 3. I see okay, here's 10, and from 10 it has to be better than 10, you know? That's just the way I kind of think about it. I don't know who wants to start off. Should we go? Where did we leave off technically? Max?
Yeah, we'll just keep it in order, I think.
So Max, go ahead.
So I kind of tipped my hand a little bit here earlier.
Wait. Was Max the last?
I think I was
starting over.
Yeah, he's next.
Oh, okay.
So
you want to do New
this
Udra?
might be a contentious pick, but I would put New Udra at 10.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done the Arch-Tempered New Udra yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much more of an interesting fight it is. But base New Udra is kind of just a sponge. You just kind of walk up to it and hit it, and it doesn't do a lot. It's also kind of irritating that like the hit zones aren't very good for bowgun. So like even though it's really big, it looks like it should be like really fun to use pierce shots on, but it actually doesn't do any damage because the hit zones aren't very good. So it's
confirm for bow.
Yeah.
It still feels good, but yes, I can't confirm that's.
I mean, its weak point is the head. So for Pierce, it's such a thin veil to like go through.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not getting much out of there. Maybe if spread was a little bit better in this game. I am against that pick. I think there's other monsters here, especially after the Tempered New Udra fight that we just fought.
Yeah, that was my disclosure that based on my experience, having not fought it yet.
Yeah. I mean, if like, I guess this is just a general discussion. My vote would be for the one monster. Well, I guess not the one monster, but the monster that seems the least, I guess, newish. For me, that's Guardian Ebony Ydogoron. Like, I think I was ready to cut that back in like 13 or 14, and I think
that's how I feel about New Udra.
Yeah. I mean,
being pragmatic here, if we're going like top 10, yeah, it's probably like 9 or 10. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think because of the Arch-Tempered New Udra fight, I think that makes it way lower for me, or I guess higher.
Yeah, I guess I didn't fight it enough times to like have to retool my kit. Like, I fought it with you guys. Well, and I was using bow. I just watched you guys card a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Like, I was sitting in the back just trying to pepper it with, like I usually do. So it didn't have the same menacing like effect because like I wasn't getting murked a bunch of times. I think I died like once, but I think overall it was, but that's just how bow is. It's a lot more safe. So I didn't have this like moment that you guys had where I was just like, oh fuck, this is really putting me to the test. Like, this is like, I have to be serious right now.
Yeah, we had the old school Monster Hunter skill check moment of like, oh, we need to rethink this fight and then go back at it and figure it out, and then we did, and it was like, okay, like this is, and that was the second night I fought it. The first night I was doing everything in my power. I was even bringing like armor skins and mega demon drugs to like give me every buff possible. So I'm like, I think New Udra is high up there for me personally.
Yeah, and I really struggled with that fight. I think I carded 3 times on the first attempt with you guys, and I really personally had to go through, I think, the most change in my skill set for my armor.
Well,
think
yeah,
that's why
you
I
were
really
literally
appreciate
sitting
it.
underneath it, and that it's like a hard counter to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It really does
It
not want you to stay in
changed.
the pocket for that one.
Dude, it changed though
Yeah.
once when we spec'd right. It was great.
Max, you're gonna have fun with this fight.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Actually, if you vote him out, you don't get to play it. It's the game deletes the file.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. I mean, I guess Max's guess or Max's pick was New Udra.
Do we want to? Did you want to continue going around and voting, or should we just kind of have an open discussion?
I think open
Or-
discussion. Well, I mean, we don't have to like tally votes anymore, right? Because we
Mhm,
got everything in the top 10.
Yeah, like I'm cool with Ebony Odogaron at 10.
I'm good with that too. Out of everything else, like, it's not gonna like. I don't think New Udra's gonna go over that. I definitely don't think Zoshia, Seregios, Raydao over Ebony Odogaron. Like, we played this one like
Mhm.
in Worlds. It was great that it showed up. It's great that it was a variant, but
Mhm.
yeah, like I was already mastered the first time I fought it. I was like, okay, I know the moveset. Like, I'm good.
Right. Yeah. If it's open conversation, I know you voted New Udra, but yeah, I would almost want a Dogaron at 10 and New Udra at 9.
Were we all good with that?
Sure. That's cool.
All right.
Okay.
10. That is Ebony. Guardian, Ebony, Odogaron. What are we thinking about 9?
So that's my pick.
I was kind of shuffling New Udra
Yeah.
and Lullabrina between 8 and 9, back and forth between 8 and
Yeah.
9.
I like Lalabarina, actually.
I like Lullabrina more, just design wise. I think I would put New Udra at 9 for my pick. That being like the next one.
We had our moment, Brian.
I know, and then I go
Yeah,
and
yeah.
throw it under the bus. But yeah,
Uh,
now we're getting to these last designs. I put New Udra at 9, and then
New
yeah,
Udra at
Lullabrina
9.
at 8.
Are we saying Lalabrina over New Udra? I mean, they both have.
Honestly, I would put like Steve at 9 and then New Udra at like 8 and Lullabrina at like 7. You know, I don't know where you guys put Steve, but I don't think he belongs in the top 5 for me personally. I don't know. That's like a nostalgia thing. That's just not capturing it for me. But if we're putting up against Arkfeld, Ray Dow, you know, Gormagala, you know,
I mean, if we're gonna
Mitsuri, all
use
these
if we're gonna use my prior argument against me, which you can do, like it is a fight we have done before,
Yeah.
but if someone wants to argue that point further, it isn't a fight we've done in a
if
long
it's a
time.
nostalgia, I mean, if it's a
'Cause-
nostalgia
yeah.
pick and like Rathlos didn't even make it, so
Yeah. So
Because to me-
Go
because to me, because to me, it's like you know, you're like, oh, it's however each person takes it. To me, I take this list as what is the best fight in Monster, what is the best monster in Monster Hunter Wilds, and so I'm thinking more specific about this game. So I'm thinking about overall its design, its intention with like bringing ecology to the forefront of the gameplay loop, instead of it kind of being in the background. So you know, to me, like stuff that fits the game as a whole, like tends to be higher up. So even though Lullabrina is like a fight that we don't, you know, we see it in the wild, we run right past it. It's not even a threat to us, you know. But if we're talking about like how does it represent Monster Hunter Wilds, I think it's definitely, you know, gotta, for me at least, slot above, you know, something that I don't have any really connection to. And Steve is on that crosshair for me. But you could also say that about like Gaia Chris. You could say that about like
Yeah.
pretty much anything that's not like core part of Monster Hunter Wilds. And that's just my perspective on how I'm judging these final monsters.
yeah, and we have to get this list going too. So what were we thinking for 9 then? Just
My 9 choice was New Udra. So I was saying I was happy with Guardian, Adogaron at 10, and then New Udra at 9.
okay.
And then with the pick going to Ryan for 8. What should be strike next?
You know what?
I mean, okay.
I'm good. I'm
ahead.
I'm good with New Udra. It is harder, especially with the Arch Tempered version that we just fought. It did make me rethink the stuff, but you know, I think there are other qualities to other fights in here that are better. So I concede.
Yeah.
Are we good with New Udra at 9?
I'm cool with that.
I'm okay
Sure.
with it.
All right. New Udra going to number 9. Ryan, what are we
Take it
picking
away,
for the
number
8th
8.
spot? What the hell did I do?
Yeah, again, I think at this point, you know, what I'm starting to look at is like, okay, Seregios, Lagaya Chris, Mitsusune, Gormagala, all of these are like previous fights. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
none of these are like breaking ground. I don't necessarily think Lalabrina is like number 3. I just think that like we got to start punting some of these old fights. And again, like I said, Seregios just has the least memory, like connection to me. Whereas like Lagaya Chris is like a core memory for Monster Hunter. You know, Mitsusune is probably my favorite fight from Rise. Whereas like again, a Dogoran was probably my favorite fight or my favorite monster from Worlds. So it's like, you know, I don't have that with Steve, so I'm gonna nominate him for 8, but I'm open to like sliding that around because I don't know fully how you guys feel about it. So it seems like he was not untouchable, but like very, very fondly remembered. So
It's tough. I would rather have 8 be Lalabrina and then Steve being like
Yeah.
right after that. But because that's just like a 1-2 switch, I'd be happy to concede and say you can keep Seregios at 8 if Lalabrina could be 7.
Sure.
But yeah, I think there is the nostalgia factor for me there. I wish I could swap them, but if it means moving through the rest of the list, I wouldn't put Steve in top 5. So
Yeah,
I think-
Steve is
yeah.
probably like 6 for me.
Yeah, no, that's all I was
It's
thinking.
like
6.
it's like maybe 5, but like 6-ish
Yeah.
is where I would probably put it.
agreed.
So are we picking Steve at 8 and Lalabrina, or Steve at 8? Just Steve at
I'm
8?
okay with Steve at
Yeah,
8.
with Lalabrina of heavy consideration for the next slot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right. Good old Steve hitting the 8 spot.
All right, Pat, what do you got?
I mean, still pretty good out of 32. You know,
Yeah.
it's not getting snuffed here.
Okay, so we're at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we are all in agreement. Lalabrina being 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with Lalabrina at 7. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the rest of these:
Well-
Arkveld, Gormagala, Lagaya Chris, Mizitsune, Ray Dao, Zoshia.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
got very Lullaby got very far. So
Yeah, it's cool. Cool
Yeah,
design.
I mean, made my pick easy. All right, 6, Max.
I am going to say Zoshia.
Interesting.
Let's see. We have Arkveld, Gormagala, Lagaya Chris, Mizitsune, Ray Dao, Zoshia.
I think Mitsutsume might slot above that slightly. I don't know. Yeah, no, Mitsutsume is better than Zoshia.
Yeah.
No, I
Because
feel like
I'm not factoring in like, because I just want to think like, what is the most fun fight?
You're just
for
going
me?
gut
Like,
feeling.
I'm not thinking about like ecology or any of that
Yeah.
other stuff. Like,
none of that dumb stuff that doesn't matter.
I think I would be okay with Zoshia at 6.
I'm okay
Sure.
with it. Yeah.
I like all these other fights more. They're more fun. They're more dynamic to me.
Yeah.
Than Zoshia, which is more of a set piece spectacle fight. I mean, it's not like Jindahad where you're not doing anything during the fight, but there's
True.
like it's slower. There's less excitement, I guess, than some of these other fights. So I would vote for it at 6.
I will say it does have a cool ass armor set, and
Yes.
it is very cool looking. But
I mean, at this point, there's no losers. Like we're
Yeah.
in the top selections.
all right, we are top 5 with Zoshia hitting
Yeah.
up number 6 spot.
Number 6 was 5th place. This is a hard one. I know we're getting really tough here.
So we have Arkveld, Gormagala, Lagaya Chris, Mizitsune, Ray Dao. I have my eye on 1,
Yeah. I'm
maybe 2.
that is tough.
It's hard now.
Yeah, it is really hard. I think this is potentially divisive. I might go with Arkveld for 5th place.
Mm.
The other monsters are like Lagiacrus. The fight isn't crazy cool. Like I think Mizutsune as a fight is even more more fun. Like I would
And
slot
similar.
Mizutsune, higher than Lagiacrus, but Lagiacrus is like they brought him back. Oh my god, that's
I
so
would-
cool.
Yeah,
I
we've been
would-
waiting for
yeah.
that forever.
I
to
would
be
say
fair.
Lagiacrus is, I'm gonna say it, is one of my top 3 because
Yeah,
it's
fucking
the
cool.
implementation
It's
of it
fucking
as
cool.
well. They
They
didn't
brought
have to
back
do
the underwater.
Exactly,
They brought
exactly.
back all
Yeah.
It is
I forgot about the
completely a
underwater.
new, different fight from.
Shit.
I mean, it's not like.
I mean, I kind of think of Ray Down and Arkfeld similarly as far as like fights go.
I mean, they
Like,
are
Raid
like
Out is
and-
fucking dope.
radars.
Well, and their significance to the story. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it's like Arkfeld is a slightly more fun fight, but I think the Ray Dow fight is like better, even though it's easier. Does that make sense? Like
And the monsters.
something
are
about
Mhm.
so cool.
yeah, it's just to me. I
don't
know
know,
Arkfeld's the cover monster for this.
The fifth place.
I don't think I'd ever have Arkveld at 1. I don't think even going into
No.
this, I didn't think
It doesn't
it
make
was
top
1
3.
out of these 5. I don't.
To me, I would go 5 Lagiacrus, 4 Arkfeld.
No,
Ooh.
no.
I can't get on board with that, I'm
I
sorry.
can't do that. Yeah, I feel like it has to be Arkveld for me as 5th. And then I would throw. I'm probably gonna put Raid out pretty high up. Okay. Well, do we agree with Ark? I know Ryan, you're kind of not happy about it, but does everyone else agree with Arkveld at 5?
I'm between Arkveld and
What Gore?
and Gore, just because we
Yeah,
fought Gore Magala before.
Yeah, I put Gore at 4.
I'm
Same
good.
with me.
I'm good with either Gore at 5 or 4.
Okay.
So Ryan, it's up to you. Do you want
It's
Arkveld at
tough.
5
It's tough because
Yeah.
Stuff because Gore is again one of those like total skill check moments where you're like, oh, like I have to actually focus in and like make sure my armor's all good and like
Mhm.
you know
Mhm.
it just hits like a fucking truck and you're ready or you're not. And so to me, even though it's not an original monster from this game, it definitely feels like a type of monster that you're like, oh, this is very it was very fun to because also this is my first experience with Gore, so to me this is a nostalgic fight. This is like a very first time getting my ass whooped by this guy, you know.
Yeah.
And I had a great time. So it's tough because
Oh.
I think definite minus points for being a previous monster, and I'm talking minuscule points here. I mean, we're talking top 5 here, but like, you know, if I have to lean one way or the other, like I guess I'm leaning towards putting Arkfeld at 5 just because like the Gore fight is like so intense, such a skill check, and it's super fun. But it's really hard for me to put like the cover monster at 4, but I also wouldn't put it higher than 4. Like it would be 5 or 4 for me, I think. You know
So
what
wait,
I mean?
are we all
As
saying
well.
the same thing? Are we all saying
So, no, we're in
Arkveld at
agreement.
5?
He's
Yeah, he's just
in
giving the
agreement.
flowers.
He's
Okay.
just giving his opinion. Yeah.
So Arkveld at 5.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's go with that. If you guys are cool,
And
then
Gore.
we'll keep my vote.
Are we all good with Gore at 4? That's.
I mean, Ryan, it's your call, but it sounds like we're.
I was
okay
good
with
with that.
Yeah. How do you feel, Reggae? It's your vote.
Out of.
I was gonna. I didn't. I know Patrick said Lagiacrus is top 3 for him, but I don't necessarily agree with that. But I also think that like, I do have to weigh the fact that like, Lagiacrus is like literally one of the most iconic fights in the whole franchise, and they did bring it back finally after what, like 10 years
Yeah.
or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
People have been yelling for Lagiacrus forever. I mean, like when we all saw the claw and like the DLC preview, we were like, oh, here it is. Oh my god.
Mhm.
So that to me has more weight than the Gore, which I've never fought before. Something about it feels wrong to have Lagiacrus at 3 to me, only because like, you know, there's so many like Monster Hunter Wilds original monsters that didn't even get close, and here we have like only basically one left.
Mhm.
So you know, again, I would construct this list slightly differently, but yeah, I'll go Gore 4, or I'll nominate Gore for number 4.
Okay.
I like that. A good fight. Shit.
Out of the 3, Lagiacrus, Mizutsune, Raidao, I would
I could go
put-
anyway on these.
I would put
Yeah, that's
Mizutsune
tough.
at 3. personally.
That's
It's
my
tough.
3.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm okay with that though.
I think the Mitsu fight is funner than the Lagiacrus fight. Like, I think the Lagiacrus fight is better implemented, but I just think the Mitsu fight is so fun. Just all of it, like getting to slide around with the bubble effect again, and just the like dynamicism of it. Like, homie will just sit there and just like stare at you and like kind of create openings, and then right as you are like, all right, go get his ass, he'll like do his like fucking sumo front flip bullshit on you and one shot you. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he has such a wide. He already had a wide move set, but it just feels like they've added just a couple more for wilds, and it's like, like it just feels so polished. Between Rise and now, like they really tuned like something that was already a really fun fight and made it like near perfect in my opinion. Like, it is so fun to fight the Mitsu. So I don't know. I think Lagiacrus has the lore and the history. Not to say that Mitsu doesn't, but like I just think it's more fun to fight the Mitsune than it is the Lagiacrus. Lagiacrus is similar, wormy, will slither towards you, but I think the Mitsu slightly edges it.
I think going back to the previous kind of like argument used, I think in terms of like what is the best like Monster Hunter Wilds kind of like, what do you think of when you go to Monster Hunter Wilds? I think out of these two fights, the Mizitsune and the Lagiacrus, I think Lagiacrus has a more dynamic fight that I still can go back to and still find new sorts of enjoyment in, because there's so much going on, because there is underwater stuff that isn't as horribly like fought as in like Try, but is still different enough to see that you're doing something different, and like learning how the underwater kind of fight works, like feeling that sense of dread of like, I am now not in my element and it shows, and now I have to be even smarter, think 2 steps ahead. I think it makes me think of a fight be more actively thinking in a fight than Mizitsune, which kind of just turns into the same thing as other Monster Hunters fights of just like, okay, we're gonna run this a couple of times and now I kind of got it down. I do love the Mizitsune. I think I have more fun fighting it in Rise than I do in here, just because of the mobility that you have in Rise, being able to jump over like the spinning water spout thing with like a wire bug, or just that's just kind of my thing. I just think at the end of the day, I think Lagiacrus is a more dynamic fight, which makes it more memorable to me, and because they are both returning monsters, I think that dynamic pulls it over the edge for me, and that's why I want to put Mizitsune at 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Soul Seer moveset that they added parts of from Generations Ultimate was really cool for the Mizitsune when they did the. Is it just temper? Is it arch tempered? Tempered? What the hell was it that brought that in? Tempered version. I think that's really cool, and the visual design of like one of its eyes like blue and shooting like really cool. But yeah, I would say the guy, now that you reminded me of the underwater element and all of the different aspects of it, and I also had to do a little bit of a skill check with that fight too, because it was fucking tanking my chip damage through my shield with its like electricity. I'd be okay with having Mizitsune at was at 3, and then Lagiacrus
and then we
at 2.
figure out 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with that. I mean, in terms of recency bias, I'm pretty sure it's like Apex Mizitsune was already in Rise, and that sort of had some of the Soul Seer moveset built in as well. So, I mean, in terms of, if you're looking at 2 returning monsters, it's a monster that we know and love from recently, and a monster we know and love from way back in the day. And I personally,
that was my first best friend.
I still feel more excited about Lagiacrus than I do Mizitsune. I don't know. Both the fights are great, but I don't know, something about the Lagiacrus.
Sounds like I'm getting outvoted here, but I do have to say that I do not agree. I think I don't think of the water fights as much as fondly as you guys do, and that's my final thing that I will say on that.
I mean, I don't think we think about it fondly. I think we think about it like, oh shit, that sucked. Get us out of here. But then it's
but you find joy in that. Whereas like I thought it was kind of boring. It felt like it like broke up the fight in a way that I didn't enjoy. Like to me, it felt like I was like kind of waiting for it to be over. And like there's multiple times where, especially in the beginning, where I'm like, I'm shooting this guy with like the thing, and like I can't figure out how to trigger the like to get us out of this water sequence. To me, it just felt like a time stall. I feel like it took me out of the fight. So you guys think of it, and I felt that way originally on the original Legiacus fight. It was like, oh man, this is terrifying. I'm no longer in my element. I'm like, I felt really good about this fight, and now I don't. That we're in his element, but to me, it feels more gimmicky down the like as it's returned. And even though they've made it a lot less dumb, I still don't. It doesn't break up the fight. It takes me out of it. So
yeah.
If we're parsing out these small little differences of which makes one slightly better than the other, like that's the why I went my way instead of agreeing with you guys.
Yeah, and that's fair. All right, I think we are still putting Mizutsune at 3, based off of votes. So that leaves us with Ray Dow and Legiacus, 1 or 2. I kind of want to just do a blind, like, everyone say their number 1 all at the same time. But
I already know the answer.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
On go. 3, 2, 1. Ray Dow. Oh, we're not one Legiacus in there. All right.
I was torn.
Yeah, I was torn as well. The official Palibros top 10 Monster Hunter ranked list goes as follows: 10, The Guardian Ebony Adogaron; 9, New Udra; 8, Steve, aka Seregios; 7, Lalabarina; 6, Zoshia; 5, Arkveld; 4, Gormagala; 3, Mizutsune; number 2, Legiacus; and the number 1 top ranked monster from the Palibros Monster Hunter ranked list is the Ray Dow. Anyone want to give Ray Dow its flowers before we head out?
I just think it's a badass monster. I mean, I think even from the demo and playtest that we had been doing, just the idea of being like, oh my god, we got to fight this railgun wyvern,
the railgun lightning thing really works for me.
And like it was cool having it just impact its environment around it. Like I do hear what you're saying, Ryan, about just kind of the ecology aspect of the monster, that really drives that point home with it. I think the Arch-Tempered fight was a lot of fun, a lot of cool movesets, and it was just a fight in a sound design that I won't forget for a long time. I really like it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, I think visually that fight can be stunning if it's running correctly at the right frame rate. You know, like, I think that is the embodiment of what they are trying to, what they were trying to sell us with Monster Hunter Wilds, is like that fight in the Thunderdome den and just seeing like all like the lightning, all the lightning crackle, and seeing all the particle effects, and seeing like, you know, this fast moving flying wyvern just like turn into a railgun and just absolutely destroying you if you get hit. You know, like I know Arkveld is like the title monster, but I don't know, something about the Ray Dow for me does it more. I do like the chains and whips. Like the kinky part of me likes the chains and whips part of the Arkveld. But the Ray Dow, when I think of like quintessential Monster Hunter monsters, I think Ray Dow kind of is like the Eevee of, could be, there's an argument for it could be like the Eevee of like Pikachu or Pokemon, where it's like, hey, we do have other cool ass monsters that could potentially be title monsters for this brand. I think Arkveld definitely, even though it is new, has there's an argument there.
I personally really like the flow of the fight. Like, I mean, I know that the base form, not Arch-Tempered, is maybe a little bit easy, but like I kind of like the fact that it's slow. Like there's clear openings.
There's
where
moments.
it's really threatening where if you get hit, like there's some monsters where it kind of feels like when is it my turn? Where
Yeah.
like they're just like going crazy and it's these huge AoEs and it's like there's never a place where it's like safe.
Mhm.
Where it's like, okay, it took its turn, now I have a window to attack. There's a lot of monsters where it's like there's a 50% chance that if you're behind him, then he's going to do the slap you in the face with his tail or something after this. And it kind of feels like more reactive rather than like raid out kind of feels like a dance where like it's really devastating if you get hit, but there's like everything is very clearly telegraphed and comes out like not insanely fast, but like you can kind of dance around it. And like the addition of like the extra explosion at its feet for the Arch Tempered version, it's like it mixes it up just enough where like, whoa, that place isn't safe anymore.
Yeah, expertly
I liked-
crafted fight.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I like that its hitboxes were tight.
Mm.
Like, add to the
Just so
show
tight.
you what do you do? Yeah, it's just so tight. To the telegraphing of its moves, adding that to combine with that element.
Yeah, it's funny because I think Max put it best where it's like it does feel like a dance. I hadn't really thought of it that way before, but I think that's a very apt way of putting it because, you know, the whole thing, I remember all of us complaining about this, myself included, just being like, man, this almost too easy. Like he telegraphs his moves too much. And then, but like the more time we spend with it, it's like, you know, that might be the best part about the fight is that it's like, it is this dance where you're feeling like, oh, okay. Like, everything makes sense and like there's no kind of randomness. I know earlier, you know, we were talking about that for some of these fights where it's just like sometimes you just feel like, oh man, all right, I don't want to die to dumb luck like the you know, the Zosh or the Jindahad, you know. So, you know, fights that feel satisfying while like sometimes not always as challenging can be the most memorable and most iconic parts of these games. So yeah, I mean it's I think we all quietly were like working our way towards Raidao, and no one said it, but I think we all had it in our mind, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the most endearing part of some of the old school Monster Hunter games for me is that like the monsters themselves are very mechanical, and so it's everything's very predictable. Like if you have like if I remember correctly, it's like a Kutku. Like if when it does a tailspin, it always does two tailspins, and it only tailspins counterclockwise, so you know like. This is exactly where its head is going to be at the end of this attack. I'm safe if I stand right here. It's not like, you know, I think of like one of the more memorable ones for me was like Raging. No,
more of not. I mean, memorable.
Well, in the
one
sense
of my
that
least favorite. I mean, really good. Yeah,
I enjoyed the fight, but it was like the Furious Rajang in Monster Hunter World, where it was like going crazy. It's like, you know, it can, you know, if it doesn't attack, like, oh, it decided to lean against the wall and then turn and do a follow-up. Like, you never know what it's going to do or what's safe. And like, there is some, you can have fun doing that, but there's like it's a different kind of fun than the feeling of like slowly learning the fight, learning all the moves, you learn what's safe and what isn't. Yeah. And then you can have this fight where you just like, you never even get touched and you feel like you've mastered it.
Yeah. I think to wrap it up with put a little pretty bow on top is like I think the best fights, or at least kind of what Monster Hunter hunts kind of felt like to me, has always been the idea of that it's more of a dance than it is a brawl. You know, it is learning the steps of learning what cues monsters actually give you, because it's always like, especially in older fights and older titles, you did have to learn those steps and you had to learn those cues. And I think that's where the disconnect happened with Wilds, was no one had to learn any steps. You kind of just run through them. And I think that was probably the biggest point of like discontent with a lot of people calling this game too easy. It was like, oh, we don't really have to watch out for anything because we don't really have to, I guess, worry about the damage that's being dealt to us. And so like learning that dance, you know, learning the cues has been like the funnest part. And I think Arch Temper, or yeah, just Breakdown in general, does such a good job of that. You know, I still fight Arkveld to this day. I'm like, I don't know when it's gonna sweep me sometimes, or like what it's doing. And I think the same thing with New Udra when we were fighting it and we're up close, and I was like, I can't see what the fuck's happening. But yeah, I think this was a great episode, guys. I think we did a fucking bang up job. No one is gonna like hate our list at all. You know, it's just everyone's gonna love it.
Except for
We
me.
We should
We
we
don't
need to
know
have
that.
like we need to have like Chattacabra on like top 5 for clickbait.
We should.
Like,
I'll do that.
yeah, like
the thumbnail.
That's
the
perfect.
thumbnail needs to be Chattacabra at number 1.
I'll put the little
Yeah.
crown on him too.
There
Well-
you go. What?
Brian, Max, and Ryan, thank you guys for coming out to do another episode of the Palibros. And thank you, fellow hunters, for coming through and having fun with us and sharing our love of everything Monster Hunter. If you enjoy what we do here, please like, subscribe, share. Why did I say like subscribe? Please like, subscribe, share, and rate us. It will really help us out with discoverability. And don't forget, if you want to catch some live Monster Hunter action, go ahead and follow me over there at twitch.tv/KrabbyPatty, where I stream different Monster Hunter titles as well as a variety of other games. But as always, from all of us here at Palibros, happy hunting.